Hey, hey! How are you, ladies? I hope you are well today. Let me know if you are implementing anything that you have learned from part 1 that we covered yesterday. If you'll notice, I threw out that little pop quiz. I saw one reply there, and it was correct. So let's recap. Part 1, we talked about the glycemic index and what that was. And basically what it means is the glycemic index is a standard of measurement that tells you how quickly foods turn to sugar in our body. So obviously we want to focus on foods that do not convert very quickly, that will stay with us longer, all to prevent the sugar spike, the insulin spike, and the fat storage. So let me know if you have any questions about that. For those of you who don't know me, thank you so much for being here. If you're catching the replay, I appreciate it. I am Sam from over at Team Sam Fitness, and I am passionate about teaching you how living healthy can become your new normal. If I can do it, anybody can do it. I want to help you regain your confidence. I want to help you not only lose weight, lose fat, lose inches, but more importantly, teach you how to keep it off. It's my number one goal with any client that comes on board with me is to teach them, to teach you how to live without me. So that's my number one goal, my number one passion. So let's get started right into part 2 of our 4-part series. And today we're going to focus on body composition, aka fat loss, okay? Whittling away at those inches, not just about weight loss. And you're thinking, so is weight loss bad? No, weight loss is not bad at all. So don't get me wrong there. But I don't even want to say it's bad. But there can be some issues, I'll say that, when you focus just on the weight loss. And let me explain that. So, with other diet plans, or think about how many other diet plans that you followed before. You know, I had this one client tell me one time, this gentleman tell me, I've probably lost about 3,000 pounds in my life. And of course we laugh, and it still cracks me up right now, but that's the truth, because we're constantly yo-yoing with our weight and trying the next latest greatest diet plan, because we want to get that weight off. And I get it, I understand. But here's the deal with that. When we just really focus on that weight loss by itself, we're doing whatever we can to make our body smaller. Let me say that. Hey, good, we got some coming on here. Hey, y'all pop in if you have any questions. So anyway, when we're really just focusing on weight loss, we're focusing on making our body smaller. Again, not so much anything wrong with that. But what can happen is the way we diet and the plan that we follow that's causing us to lose the weight will also cause us to lose muscle. And that's where the problem comes in. Because whenever we follow those low calorie, strict calorie counting, 1,200 calorie diets, it's a big deal. And I've even heard doctors in the last few weeks tell some of my people, I want you to stay below 1,000 calories. That blows my mind, because all that's going to do is cause your body to shut down even more. So whenever we focus on those starvation diets, low carb, no carb, counting calories, really restrictive with our numbers, we're going to lose a lot of muscle, not just the weight. Yeah, the weight's going to come off and everybody's happy, but not everybody's happy in 3 months. Y'all get what I'm saying? Because whenever you start eating again, your body now is starving, and it's going to focus on fat storage more than ever, because it's been in hibernation for however many months or weeks that you have been starving it. Am I making sense here? So what happens is, whenever we don't feed ourselves like we should, our body stores up for the winter, causing the fat storage, but our muscles will actually shrink in size and they'll whittle away. They'll atrophy. Okay? You will lose strength. And I've seen this time and time again. With diets, people come to me and they're like, I'm weak as dishwater. I can't keep going. That's because we're not really fueling our body and giving it the nutrients that it needs to sustain it. So when our muscles start shrinking, we lose muscle mass, we lose strength, but more importantly, we lose metabolism. If you don't hear anything else, hear this. Muscle fuels metabolism. Let me repeat that. Muscle fuels metabolism. That's why it's so important, even with following a diet or trying to lose weight, is to still focus on feeding the muscle, because the more that we can nourish the muscle, the more our metabolism is going to go up. And we'll lose weight. It sounds kind of backwards, but it's the truth. And as my grandma would say, it sounds bass-ackwards. But it's the truth. And you've heard me say this before. Are you eating enough to lose weight? So part 2 is just all about focusing on fat loss and focusing on inches lost. Okay? Am I making sense? So when we don't feed ourselves, we're going to lose muscle mass. Metabolism is going to shut down. The yo-yo dieting, the years of yo-yo dieting, is also shutting our hormones, our hunger hormones, our fullness hormones, our cortisol levels are all getting out of whack. And all we're doing is going to hit a plateau. We're not going to lose weight. And worse than that, we're going to gain weight. So that's what happens when we really look at extreme weight loss programs. Okay? We're looking for the long haul. We're looking for lifelong here. Sure, we have some quick fix remedies. Sure, I even promote, my 3-week. But all the while I'm doing that, I'm still focusing on your fat loss. I'm still focusing on getting you healthy from the inside out and then sustaining it and educating you from there. So, I want to give you 3 things today that can help you to focus on fat loss and losing inches and not just weight. And number 1 is to eat protein. Typically, we don't get enough protein in our diet. Protein is for rebuilding muscle, rebuilding tissue, for healing. If you've ever seen anyone like in the burn, who's been burned or who has wounds, and this is the nurse in me, y'all, I'm sorry, but who's burned, wound care, diabetics with wounds, all of that, they are going to be on a higher protein diet, all because we want to promote healing, rebuild muscle, rebuild tissue. So that's the first thing you have to do, is increase your protein. And remember from yesterday, protein and fiber at every meal makes losing weight no big deal. So it's not just about blocking that sugar conversion, that really quick sugar conversion. It's also about nourishing your muscles. So I always promote protein at breakfast, whether it be a protein shake. Y'all know I'm a big stickler for the protein shakes. The protein shakes that I have, you can use as a meal replacement. No, I don't always promote that. I'd rather you eat food. But if a protein shake is all you can get in for breakfast, then so be it. We add spinach to it. We add fruit to it. So we're still getting some good nutrients there. I love protein shakes. Protein for breakfast in other forms. Y'all, I've eaten leftover chicken for breakfast. I've eaten, a leftover piece of fish for breakfast. Boiled eggs is big. I've eaten a packet of tuna. So think about different ways that you can get in your protein for breakfast. And then a snack, protein at snack, whether it be some almonds, a little thing of natural peanut butter. And again, if we're going to eat a banana for a snack, let's think about protein and fiber. Let's add a peanut butter or almonds to the banana and not just have the banana. So you kind of see how the thinking is there with that. And then at lunchtime, I've gone to Subway. I love a Nuke salad. I don't mind asking for double meat. On my Subway salad, I don't mind asking for double meat. Because a lot of times they're going to give you little skinny portions they don't think you like to eat. So I ask for double meat. So think about different ways that you can incorporate more protein. Okay, so that's number one. Secondly, by all means, do not skip meals. This is going to go back to not skipping meals, especially breakfast. This is going to go back to not eating throughout the day, not following those trendy low carb, no carb, calorie restrictive diets, because all you're doing is shooting yourself in your foot. We have to eat accordingly to nourish and fuel our body. So you want to make sure you're getting enough protein in. You want to make sure you're not following the starvation diets and not skipping meals. And the third tip is to add resistant training to your workout, to your cardio. And I've talked to a lot of cardio hogs in my day, and there's nothing wrong with cardio, y'all. It pumps the heart. It gets the heart, as hard as the muscle. It gets the heart pumping. It's great endurance. It's great conditioning. It's just really it's gonna help you to be overall healthy. But cardio by itself is not going to work the rest of your body in the form of muscles. And I'm not saying you have to go out and buy a full set of weights. It can be simple, resistant training, body weight training. Because think about it, your body is heavy enough, more so than probably what you could lift with dumbbells. So think about body weight exercises like squats, lunges. Again, you're using your body as resistance. I want you to think about plank. This is fun. I've got a plank challenge starting tomorrow, coming out on the blog tomorrow, a 30-day plank challenge for beginners that will take you to holding a 2-minute plank in 30 days. So you can start literally from scratch. I'll talk about that later, but I wanted to give you a heads up on that. Plank is one of my all-time favorites. A push-up, again, you're using your body as resistance. Push-ups can be done on the wall. Beginners, I start beginners on the wall. I start beginners on a table. I start beginners on a counter. So don't think you got to all of a sudden, I've just got to be this workout-aholic, you know what I mean? But we just progress and we start slow and we work your way up, but all giving you resistance. Because here's the thing here. Cardio, this is what I like to say. Cardio by itself shrinks your body's size, okay? But whenever you add resistant training to that and body weight or add some weights to that, you are changing, oh la la, your body shape. Y'all see the difference in that? So let me know if y'all have any questions. Let me see what else. Let me look at my notes here. I've got, but yeah, feel free. I know there's a delay if you have any questions. So I'm just going to keep talking here. Newsletters going out this afternoon that'll recap a little bit of that. So make sure you're on the newsletter. My 21-day challenge is coming up. Deadline is Friday, y'all. Sign up by Friday. We will start the Monday after Labor Day. So not this, I want to give you the week of Labor Day to do some prep work. Gives me time to get my paperwork together, and then we'll start the following Monday on the 12th. But sign up ends this Friday to give me time to get that together. I want to read to you, and I just posted it under the Tuesday Transformation photo. I want to read to you this email that I just got a couple of days ago because I've got a current client who's detoxing right now. And on day 3 of her detox, she sent me this update by email that says, wishing, this morning, this is on day 3. This morning, I feel great. Wishing I could have Friday night pizza and wine, but not enough to overshadow the feeling good. That's a big deal, y'all. And it's stuff like that that makes me smile. But that was last Friday. I just got that last Friday. She was on day 3 of detox. So I want to encourage you to invite people to the group. If they're starving themselves, if they've tried every diet known to mankind and they're still not where they want to be, they need to hear this information. Because this is not what society is preaching to you, y'all. And I'm here to tell you the truth about it. Y'all jump in on the challenge. Do it with a partner. It's always easier if you've got a partner to do it with. But if you really want some good education and some good one-on-one accountability, I'd love to have you join the team and join us for the challenge. Let me see, is there anything else I want to tell you? I'm looking back over my notes. So tomorrow, I'll probably cover part 3 and part 4 tomorrow. I hadn't decided yet. Oh, what's tomorrow? Tomorrow's Wednesday. So the challenge is going to start Thursday on September the 1st. I got my days mixed up. Okay, so part 3, we are going to talk about supplementation, vitamins. Are they necessary? What do I take? What their purpose is? And answering questions that you may have about supplements, any vitamins or anything like that. Alrighty, y'all. Thank y'all for getting on. I appreciate it. If y'all think of any questions that y'all may have, if this is good information, y'all again, invite people to the group. Raise your hand if this is helpful to you. Let me know to keep going, because this is funny. I don't know if y'all have ever done a Facebook Live, but I was telling somebody this morning about doing the live. Y'all, it's like I'm looking in a mirror at myself. So it's like I'm literally looking at a mirror and talking to myself. It's the weirdest thing ever. So it's just weird. Y'all just need to tap the live video one time and let that camera reverse back on you, and y'all know what I feel like, because I feel like a goober. But y'all let me know if this is helpful, if the information is helping you at all, and if you're applying it, what you're learning, and I appreciate it. So I'll be back tomorrow. Unless I have any questions, I'll pop back on or answer your questions. But otherwise, I'll see you tomorrow to talk about part 3. Bye, y'all.